What is up, guys? Welcome to the Tiebreaker Podcast today. This is the betting episode of today. It's Saturday. Divisional playoffs are going on. It's going to be a great weekend of football, and I'm excited, and hopefully you guys like these bets, and hopefully we all win some coins here. So the first game today is actually going to be the Bengals versus Titans. The Bengals and Titans game, it should be a good game. I'm expecting the Bengals to win this game, but I did not pick the money line on this, so my bet of the day for this one is going to be not betting on Derrick Henry for one thing, because he's going to be wearing metal cleats or metal plates in his shoes. So it's kind of weird. Not really sure what he's going to end up doing today. But Tyler Boyd, anytime touchdown scorer. He has hit 4 out of the last 4 touchdowns, or 4 of the 4 last games, he's got a touchdown. So he missed a game, I think, 2 weeks ago. But yeah, so if you're getting a touchdown every game, 4 straight games, I'm betting on that. It's just going to keep going. I think that the reason is because Jamar Chase is getting a lot of attention, and Tyler Boyd's the second guy, kind of with T. Higgins. So I think it's an easy pick. Tyler Boyd, anytime touchdown scorer. And yeah, so the next game today is going to be the 49ers versus Packers. There's going to be a potential snow in this game. I looked at the weather, not really I don't know. It didn't look like there was supposed to be snow. Definitely going to be below 0. Very cold game. I did make 2 picks for this. One is kind of risky, but I'll give you the easy one. This is kind of my bet of the day. Juwan Jennings over 24.5 receiving yards. He's hit this the last 5 of the 6 games and the last 4 of 4 games. So he should, he's a great third down option for Garoppolo. I think this is going to be a very close game. They're going to give him the ball. And he's had over 40 in a lot of those games, and even a 90-yard game with 2 touchdowns, I believe. It might have been 70 or 90, but the second bet I had on this was Jimmy G over 1.5 touchdowns. Now, this is a plus 130 odds. That's why I liked it. The odds are pretty good for this. The Packers have allowed multiple games with 2 touchdown quarterbacks. Like, I'm talking like most of the season. But 1.5 is a lot for Jimmy Garoppolo. I think that they're going to come out needing to take shots to win this game, and it should help them win this game if they do it. So, I didn't make any Packers picks because the Packers are, they're a team that's really good, but the thing is they have a really low. Their lows are really low and their highs are really high. So they can be the best team in football, and they could also just be bad. If Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers doesn't get going, then there's nothing the Packers will do. That's it. I even have the Packers money line kind of as my own pick for myself. I'm not going to give advice for that out because I don't think that's something that you should really put a lot of money on. But yeah, so I like the 49ers today. I think Jimmy Garoppolo will be over 1.5 touchdowns, and Juwan Jennings definitely over 24.5 yards. That's my bet of the day right there. So the next matchup, we have the Rams versus Buccaneers. This game, the Rams won the last matchup, I believe, by like a touchdown or so. I think it was maybe 10 points. It was in LA. I like the Rams again today, but the thing about the Bucs is they play sloppy against bad teams, and most of their games they're playing pretty good. It's Tom Brady in the playoffs, but there's one thing that I can guarantee in this game, and that is going to be that the Rams will not lose by more than a score. So they're going to lose by 1 possession. That's going to be it. If they do lose, so I picked plus 7.5 Rams. The odds for this is minus 250, so this is not crazy high odds. This is maybe something you want to throw in a parlay just to add the boost. Minus 250 is not really good for a single bet, but I like this in a parlay. Minus 250 is actually a pretty good odds for plus 7.5 for a team that beat them by 10 the last time they played. The reason why it's probably like that is because Tom Brady in the playoffs. Never bet against him. The Rams, they won the last matchup, but this time it's going to be in Tampa Bay, so a lot different. Now, the next game should be the game of the week, or the game of the weekend. It's the Bills versus Chiefs. Now, the Bills are a very consistent team. All their teams they're beating, they're not really looking sloppy against teams. So, for example, they lost to the Colts by like 30 points or something like that, and that's probably the biggest loss of the year. They lost to the Steelers. Other than that, they're dominating the teams that they play. They dominated the Patriots last week. We saw that. And they also lost to the Patriots in the snow. But the Chiefs are one of those teams that recently have kicked it off pretty good. Did lose to the Bengals, but I think this should be a great game. This game, I believe, will go over 50.5 pretty easily. That if you really put that in context, that's really like 25 points each team. So say if the score is 27-24, that will be over 50.5. So I think that's pretty easy to pick. Minus 170 is the odds. I think that's a little low. So I'd put this in a parlay if I was you. Maybe parlay the Rams one and the Chiefs. But those are my 4 picks. I'll go over that again. Tyler Boyd, anytime touchdown scorer. Jawan Jennings over 24.5, and then Rams plus 7.5, and over 50.5 for the Bills and Chiefs. Now, these picks, I'm going to keep track of these, do some more of these videos, and just keep going on them. So the jackpot parlay is going to be the last part of this episode. Basically just a jackpot parlay. That's as easy as it sounds. This is going to be the one that you put $1, $2 in, and it's going to be a crazy odds. So the jackpot parlay today, I have crazy picks in this one. So Kyle, I believe his name is Juszczyk or something like that, the fullback for the 49ers. I don't know his name. Second half touchdown score for plus 1,200. That is insane. That is like ridiculous if I get this right. His last TD was against the Green Bay, and that was this season. It was his only touchdown. And he's had 6 of his last TDs were like a couple years from now. They've all been in the second half against the NFC team, or 5 of the 6 have been against the NFC team. So really, the odds of this happening, I think, is higher than usual. But this is still a crazy odds one to pick. It's ridiculous. If I get this one right, it's kind of wild. But still, that odds 1,200 for that, I believe will be right. It should be off a play action pass at the red zone, and it should, that's what I'm expecting. So next one is going to be Anthony Ferguson over 19.5. This is really just one of those lock ones. He's a tight end for the Titans, and he should be getting some pretty good yardage, I think, because there's going to be A.J. Brown, there's going to be Julio Jones. I don't think Derrick Henry's really going to have a huge impact today. He might. I could be completely wrong, but that's going to open up the game for Ferguson in the play action or whatever. And the Bengals are sloppy against tight ends. I mean, they're probably one of the worst teams against a tight end, so easily over 19.5 yards. That could be one catch. The same thing with Jawan Jennings. So I like that one. Another tight end pick I have is Tyler Higbee, anytime touchdown scorer. Tyler Higbee, I mean, I almost had him as a first touchdown scorer, and I think he will be. I probably am going to regret that after this game. But, yeah, Tyler Higbee, anytime touchdown scorer. He's going to get touchdowns. That's just simple as that. He had a touchdown against Tampa Bay, and I think I had a reasoning behind this, but I can't remember super in detail why I picked Tyler Higbee. But I like his touchdown. He's consistent, good tight end. I believe that the Buccaneers are bad against the tight end. That was one reason. But yeah, so the third pick is another tight end. We have Dawson Knox with 2 touchdown scores. That is pretty. I mean, last week he had 2 touchdown scores, and that is, the odds for this is actually, I mean, it's possible. They're playing the Chiefs, bad against tight ends as well. A lot of these teams are bad against tight ends, and Dawson Knox, I mean, he can easily get 2 touchdown scores. They go out, they do that shuffle pass to him in the red zone, and all it's going to take is to get 1 touchdown in the first quarter. Then now the rest of the game you need to get 1 more. So I think that this parlay would be nuts. The odds on this, let me look at this. The odds for this is going to be plus 108,784. Now the odds for that happening obviously are super low, so that's why I call it the jackpot parlay. A $10 bet pays out over $10,000. I put $1 on it to pay $1,000. I'll put half of that anytime I ever hit a jackpot parlay on this channel. I'm gonna put half of that into this channel, giving it away, jerseys, etc. And yeah. So I hope you guys make some bets. Share your bets down below. Tell me what you guys picked, what you guys liked or whatever, and what would you guys like to see? I mean, if you guys would like to see me do NBA as well, I'm better with the NFL because I'm very savvy with all the players and all that stuff. But I'm a FanDuel, and yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like and subscribe. Peace.